All right, so these costumes, cosplays will be judged on 3 categories. We have creativity, we have performance, and we have the quality of the cosplay. We've got 3 incredible judges right up here who will be judging. So first up, we have Elizabeth as Ariel, the Mermaid Queen.
What would I give to live where you are? What would I pay to stay here beside you? What would I do to see you smiling at me? Where would we walk? Where would we run? If we could stay all day in the sun, just you and me, and I could be part of your
All right, we have Eiley and Brian here as Lottie and Big Daddy from Princess and the Frog. Give it up, give it up. Hello, y'all. How are we doing today?
What a wonderful, what a wonderful crowd. Now, my daughter Lottie here, she's looking for a husband. Anybody know any single gentlemen around?
Princess, Big Daddy, Princess only.
Oh, I'm sorry, princes only. If you're not a prince, you can't stay. I hope everybody's having a good con, and we wish you all the best today.
All right, next up, we have Jessica and Kaylee as Leia and Ray. Give a little show with the lightsaber. Hey, let's go. Awesome, awesome. Good job, guys. Good job. All right, next up we've got Terry as a pelt stealer. You get points just for walking in those shoes. Those are excellent. Watch the steps, watch the steps. All right, next up. Next up, we've got Curtis and Gavin as Yu Nakura and Teddy. Is this unbearably hot in there? Give it up for her. All right, next up, we've got Derek as Scorpion.
Thank you. I am Scorpion, here from the nether realm, looking for Sub-Zero and the Lin Kuei to revenge my family.
Get over here!
So, it has been some time since my last update. So, it is now Tuesday, August 1st. August 1st is Tuesday, right? I don't know the days of the week when my mom isn't working because she's a teacher, so I'm like, there, I can track days of the week based on her work schedule, but can't do that right now because she is not working. Oh, my gut is killing me. Come on, gut, let me do this. Not being able to eat solid food sucks, and I didn't have any plans for tonight, and we passed by Ben & Jerry's, and I was like, I would like some, so I got some, and it killed my gut, and I'm bloated. You know, my GI issues suck, and just, like, does anyone have any recommendations of, like, a GI doctor anywhere in the United States that is legitimately good that could help with obscure things that, like, normal GI doctors just blame on anxiety? Hit me up if you have a recommendation. So I last updated you after the Saturday of Terrificon. So the Sunday of Terrificon went a lot better than the Saturday. I am still frustrated that they basically have non-existent accommodations. I mean, they will help you out if you're in a wheelchair or if you have mobility devices. I'm sure they would help you out too. People with wheelchairs would definitely be able to get around and stuff, but I have an invisible disability, so they were like, yeah, screw you. They didn't actually say screw you, they said we don't do ADA accommodations. So I was frustrated with them for that. I'm not happy with them for that. I wouldn't recommend traveling to Terrificon because of that. However, the Sunday went a lot better. I had to show up really early for my photo op. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it in time. Luckily I did. I did the Walking Dead trio photo op, which I'm surprised that they got away with calling it the Walking Dead trio photo op. I guess it's because this happened before the strike, and I guess it's also because I think this convention was like supplying stuff and like calling this stuff. So I think because it's the convention calling it the Walking Dead trio and not the people calling it that, I think it's fine. I don't know. Like, I was noticing at all the autographing booths, the celebrities had pictures from all of their productions, including struck productions or just productions that were made from production companies that people are striking against currently. Oh, have I even talked about that yet? This video is gonna go up like really late in case I haven't mentioned this before. The reasoning for that is because I will not be posting any content involving productions by production companies that people are currently striking against while the strike is in progress. I 100% support the strike. I support why they're striking, and I think one of the major reasons why people are against striking that I guess people just don't understand, including freaking Stephen Amell, who is like the Green Arrow, he's against the strike. He tried to backtrack today and say, oh, I'm not against the strike. Bro, you literally talked about your struck productions during the strike, so you crossed the picket line, and you said that you don't support the strike. You can't just take back your words and say, oh, I didn't mean it. You did freaking mean it. There's video footage of you saying you don't support the strike. Anyways, yeah, just because, like, I have always wanted to get into acting or to get into working on film sets. I think that would be fun and meaningful work for me. However, because of my health issues, it's not a possibility right now. So, like, I'm just hoping that someday there'll be a magical cure for me, and then with that magical cure I can explore career options that I wanted to try before I got sick, and acting was one of them. So yeah, I never had like schools where there was like theater programs that I could join until I got into college, and then by that point I was like, I'm chronically ill, I can't go to school on campus. Sorry, what the, oh my gosh, I know what that is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a lot of hair loss situations from cosplay, and it's my fault. It isn't like anything to do with cosplay as a general's fault. Like in the past, I used like a glue that made me get a bald spot. In the past, I have worn too many wig caps to try and compress my hair down. I got a bald spot. In the past, I've gotten frustrated with my Ray hairstyle, and when I tell you, I grabbed that top bun and I went, and half the top bun ripped off of my head. Okay, what's currently happening with this? Oh my gosh. So on Sunday, I put on my eye patch for Carl, but I needed to cut the bandage, so I put it on to see how much the bandage needed to be cut, and then I quickly had to take it off so my mom could cut it while I was doing the rest of my like makeup stuff. When I tell you the bandage is sticky and it ripped off my hair, I didn't think it would be that visible. I didn't think it would be that visible that it ripped out a ton of my hair. Oh my freaking gosh. I'm so close to just like shaving off all my hair. So close. So freaking close. So I was cosplaying Carl on the Sunday of Terrificon. It was really fun to cosplay Carl Grimes because everyone would come up to me and go, Coral! And it was just amazing. And I met Cooper Andrews, Michael Cudlitz, and Ross Marquand, and that was amazing. Ross and Cooper were like saying quotes in Rick's voice to me, and I was like, yeah. So I only got a photo with them. I didn't get autographs, and I feel like when you get autographs, that's when you get to really see how they are as a person. However, Ross and Cooper were like talking to me during the photo op, and I'm like, I know this photo was like 30 seconds and you're not supposed to talk to people, but the fact that you are is making my entire life. And Ross recognized me because I've met him twice before, so that was awesome. And then after the photo op got done, I just like walked around for a while, went and got my mom some food. No, not food. I think we got her coffee. Oh gosh, it's been a couple days. And then I explored the booths. I bought a ton of stuff, which unfortunately is packed away right now. I think I took pictures of everything that I got, so I'll show all of that to you. I got to hang out at the casino more and explore that more. I love the casino. I loved how beautiful the casino was. It was awesome. And then I got back to my hotel room and I was like, hang on a sec. I'm on the East Coast. There are 5 Belows on the East Coast. And so there was one like 20 minutes for me, and it's like on my bucket list to go to 5 Below, so I went there. I forgot to like film a haul and like take pictures and stuff before I shoved it in my luggage, but I had to like take off a ton of like packaging and like compact things to put in my luggage. But this is one that wasn't packed away. I got this for my sister-in-law. It's like a squishy little gummy bear keychain. I was in heaven at 5 Below. There was so much awesome stuff, and I'm like, how have I never had 5 Below in my life before? Seriously, I am envious of every single one of you that has a 5 Below near you. Okay? And I spent like $60 at 5 Below. I bought 2 mangas, a book, a coloring book, pins, keychain, socks, mystery figure, Harry Potter plush keychain. My mom got a butterbeer like candy that comes in a little barrel, so I'm gonna keep the barrel as a collector's edition. Can't eat the butterbeer candy because solid food and me do not mix. But yeah, 5 Below was awesome, and it was a great way to finish my time in, what even city was I in Connecticut? I think I was in like Uncasville or something. I'm not 100% sure. I overall liked my time in Connecticut, but it like, I wouldn't say that the city itself was the most memorable place in the world, but the Mohegan Sun was memorable and Terrificon was definitely memorable. I forgot to mention, I also, the line for Christina V, like I walked by a few times, and when I walked by the final time, the line was really short, so I went ahead and I got the autograph on my photo for her, which I was very happy about, and I was able to tell her how I was supposed to meet her, and then it didn't happen in SakuraCon because of my stomach flu. She is super sweet, and the person who was like at her booth was super sweet as well. I was asking the person like, hey, have you like explored the Mohegan Sun at all? And they were like, no, we haven't really done that. We haven't really had the time. And they were like, have you? And I was like, yeah, I tried gambling for the first time. And when I tell you, this person looked me in the face and she was like shocked, and she's like narrowing her eyes at me, and she goes, how old are you? I had to tell her I was 22, and she was shocked. And they were like, I hope you keep that youthful glow, because apparently I don't look 22 to that person. I don't know. You know, half the time I'm like, I look like an 18-year-old, and the other half the time I'm like, why do I look like I'm freaking 40? And then I also got a picture with Dan Fogler because I love Dan Fogler. I got to tell him that I saw Secrets of Dumbledore 11 times in theaters, and he ended up standing on his chair because he wanted to be taller than me, and I thought that was really fun. Okay, so then I went to Mystic, Connecticut, which had some fun shops. Oh my gosh. Okay, skip like the next minute or two if you are a child. Okay? I'll give you 10 seconds to skip ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, I went into the store and it was like cool at first, and then I rounded a corner. Why was there an entire display of vibrators and lube? Like, at first I didn't know what it was. I am sex repulsed / sex averse, like in terms of my asexuality, because I'm like halfway in between each of those. Like, I've been saying I've been sex repulsed, but I'm a little bit in between sex averse and sex repulsed. Anyways, I saw that and at first I was like, what are all these colorful things? And I was like, oh God. And I was there with my mom and I was like, I really hope she doesn't see that. And so I just walked as fast as I could to the back of the store where that stuff was not. The stuff was near the front of the store. Okay, and then in Mystic, the whole reason we went to Mystic is because my mom liked this show called Mystic Pizza in the 80s. So she wanted to see the Mystic Pizza place. And I found a bookstore when I was there, of course, because I go to bookstores a lot. And unfortunately, I had my protein drinks like in some water and the water leaked and the books got wet, so they're a little damaged, but it's fine. So first of all, this is by Uta Izaki. I may have said their name wrong. This book is one that I've heard about in my asexual groups online that I'm in because it's a manga with ace representation. That's like extremely rare, and I've heard that it's like really good, so I went ahead and got it. Oh, so pretty. I'm so excited. Then I got this one, Obi is Man Enough by Schuler Balar. I may have said their name wrong. This is a book, I think it's middle grade, maybe young adult, and it is about a trans swimmer. And I'm very excited to read this one. Yes, they had a little trans flag in there. They had the little flags to like try and entice people to read it. And it surprised me because I don't want to talk politics on here. What I will say is I met a lot of conservative people in Connecticut, which, like, I don't want to get into politics here, but it made me think that this wouldn't be the type of place where you would openly advertise queer stuff, but it is apparently. At the bookstore, I also got this little mushroom. The bookstore is Bank Square Books. Although, one thing though, like, it was a very accepting bookstore, but I do have to say I did see a book in their Pride section called Stonewall, How Gay Men Fought for Gay Liberation. Stonewall was trans woman. Stonewall's not gay men. Like, there was some involved probably, but the major forces behind the Stonewall riots were trans women, and it is complete erasure to focus on gay white men involved with it instead of trans women. I have very strong thoughts about this. You should look into it yourself and learn about it a bit. If you're thinking, oh, it's gay men who did Stonewall, look into it. Look into it. I had to study it for school, and yeah, it is a big problem that there is multiple sources that try and erase trans women from the story. Anyways, I also got this pin there, an A-switch. So then we went to Newport, which is like rich people town. Hello, like I felt out of place there. I was really tired, so I slept on the way there, and then I was like fighting to stay awake while I was there. Yeah, there was like tons of mansions. I got a rock for my friend. She really likes rocks, and I just was tired. And I was like, rock. And so I picked it up and I cleaned it in my hotel room. I got this book at a bookstore in Newport. Look at me, I'm buying way too many books. This is by Rick and it's by Alex Gino. So the book Melissa was written by this author, and I've heard a ton about the book Melissa. Now, Melissa did face some controversy. And essentially, in case you don't know the controversy, the book initially was named a male name. However, the book is about a trans girl and her journey to finding herself. So to have her dead name as the title was a little bit insensitive, so Alex changed it to Melissa to be more respectful. So I will read that book eventually, but when I do, I will make sure I get one of the new editions with the correct title. But I got this one, Brick. So Alex Gino had been to that bookstore and like signed books there. Or they just got a bunch of signed book plates. I'm not 100% sure. So I was like, this is a good chance for me to just get it. It's an excuse for me to get it. And I also noticed that there was an ace pin right there. There's also an ace pin in the back. So I'm like, is there ace rep in here? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. This is the bookstore I got it from, Charter Books in Newport in Rich People Land. This was put in my thing, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really know the price of the things I bought. I didn't really like register what he was putting in my book. Honestly, I was talking to the person behind the counter about Doctor Who, so I wasn't really like paying attention to the transaction. I was like, Doctor Who. So yeah, this I guess was put in my book, and that's the other side of it. And then I got stickers there. Bam. Oh, bam. And then right now I'm currently in, sorry, I literally just spaced out and I had to remind myself I was filming. I'm in Providence, Rhode Island, and Brown University is here, and I visited Brown University. I like visiting college or universities. I like the setting and atmosphere and stuff. Just on in-person college campuses are impossible for me to be at for school because of my health issues. I wish I could because they're so beautiful. Brown is beautiful. Oh, I forgot to mention, driving from Newport to Providence, we rode through Massachusetts, so I can check that off my list of states that I've been to. At Brown, I went to a bookstore and I picked this up because there is this person who I see on my walks with my dogs all the time that I've befriended, and I wanted to get them something. So I got them a keychain, and I like how it's so like spinny. This is really embarrassing, but I didn't realize until after the filming of this video that that brown keychain actually says grandparent on the back. So it was meant for college students to give their grandparent to be like, oh, you have a kid at Brown University. And so I ended up finding a magnet on a later date to give to the person that I see on my walks, because no way was I going to give them a keychain that says grandparent on it when they are younger than me. And then I saw this like, it is called J Life Mart, a Japanese store, and I was really wanting to look in there. I loved all the different types of chips that they had in there. Like, I wish I could have taste tested all of them, but I can't freaking eat food. So I ended up just buying 2 figurines. I got this mystery figurine from Demon Slayer, Tsunami. And then I got a My Hero Academia mystery figure, and I got Overhaul. But today I've been really tired, so I've been having a hard time staying awake. I explored Little Italy, but again, I'm tired. I'm really tired. I slept until 2 today, and I'm still tired. And I went to bed at like 2 a.m. last night, which is good for me. Normally I go to bed at like 3 to 4. So yeah, I'm really enjoying my time, but I am struggling a bit with my chronic illness. It's making it so that I'm not able to explore everything that I want to. And so I'm trying to like get myself to just be grateful for what I can explore and to be happy with what I can do. Because I can't do everything I want to do because I have health conditions. Oh, it sucks. So tomorrow I have another full day of exploring Providence, Rhode Island. And then on Thursday, we are hopping on a plane, and our plane is leaving at like 5 in the evening. We will hop on. We will go to, no, I almost said Minnesota. Minnesota was on the way here. We're gonna go to Michigan for a layover, so I can cross that one off my list, because I count if you have a layover in a state as having visited that state. If you touched the ground, had your vehicle, land vehicle on the ground in a state, then I consider you visited it. Although I know people have different opinions of when you could check it off and say you've been there. And then after that, we're going to Chicago, obviously. And our second flight is like an hour long. I've never had a flight that short. Like, it's bizarre to me because it seems like it takes 20 minutes to get to like cruising altitude, and then it takes 20 minutes to like get back to ground level. So we're not actually going to be at cruising altitude for very long. But yeah, that's going to be fun. And I will tell you about my day tomorrow, hopefully, if I have enough energy. Tomorrow, the only plan that I'm aware of is that my mom and I will be doing a Providence, Rhode Island boat tour at 5 p.m. So looking forward to that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. Oh yeah, one more thing and then I'll leave, and I need to like just relax for a bit because I'm exhausted. I pet 2 dogs. I feel like that's an important update to tell you that I pet some dogs. The first one that I pet was a golden retriever named Leo. I pet Leo and Mystic, and Leo was adorable. And today, I don't remember what the dog's name is, but it was a pit bull mix, and I was like, just like my doggy. So yeah, I like try not to like ask to pet every single dog, because I just feel like I shouldn't pet every single dog, because I feel like also if I pet every single dog, a 5-minute walk would turn into like a 30-minute walk. So I try not to, but if a dog like seems interested, I'll be like, can I pet it? And like 99% of the time people say yes. I love dogs. Okay, now I'm gonna go relax because I'm exhausted and I need energy to do things tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.